In 1974, after years of famine, economic hardship and growing unrest, Ethiopia's long-standing monarchy was overthrown. Emperor Haile Selassie, once hailed as a symbol of African independence, was deposed by a military junta known as the Derg. Led by Colonel Mengistu Haile Mariam, the Derg promised radical reform, declaring Ethiopia a Marxist-Leninist state. But political opposition to the junta quickly grew, particularly from groups like the Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Party, the EPRP. In 1977, facing mounting opposition, Mengistu launched a brutal campaign to eliminate his enemies. He called it the Red Terror. In a chilling speech, Mengistu symbolically smashed bottles filled with red liquid, announcing the beginning of what would become one of the darkest periods in Ethiopian history. Under the Red Terror, thousands of suspected opponents, activists, students, and ordinary civilians were rounded up, tortured, and executed. Many were killed in public, their bodies left in the streets as a warning. Families were forced to pay for the bullet used to execute their loved ones. The exact number of victims remains unclear, but estimates range from tens of thousands to over 500,000. Entire generations of young intellectuals were wiped out during this period of terror and repression. Mengistu's regime crushed all dissent, leaving the country in a state of fear. Mass executions, arbitrary arrests, and disappearances became daily realities as Ethiopia plunged deeper into chaos. But the Red Terror could not silence the will for change forever. In 1991, after years of civil war, rebel forces, including the Tigrayan People's Liberation Front, overthrew the Derg regime. Mengistu fled into exile, escaping prosecution. Today, Ethiopia remembers the victims of the Red Terror through memorials, museums, and the stories of survivors. The Red Terror Martyrs Memorial Museum in Addis Ababa stands as a solemn reminder of this painful history. Though the Red Terror ended decades ago, the scars it left on Ethiopian society remain. It serves as a stark reminder of the horrors of political violence and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable suffering.